Have you ever felt like life was unfair? Like the world was stacked against you? Maybe you grew up in a tough environment. Maybe you've been overlooked, doubted, or even broken down by your own mind. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And if anyone knows that struggle, it's David Goggins. Goggins grew up in an abusive household, faced racism, poverty, learning disabilities, and later, obesity. He had every reason to quit on life. Yet, instead of becoming a victim, he turned his pain into his greatest weapon. He became a Navy SEAL, an ultramarathon runner, and one of the toughest people alive. His story, told in his best-selling book, Can't Hurt Me, is more than inspiration. It's a blueprint for building mental toughness and breaking through limits you didn't even know you had. And in this video, I'll share the most important lessons from Goggins' journey, explained in simple, powerful steps you can apply today. By the end, you'll understand why pain is not your enemy. It's your path to greatness. Lesson 1. Face the truth. The accountability mirror. David's childhood was full of pain. His father was abusive. He struggled in school. People told him he would never be anything. For years, he lied to himself about who he was and what he could achieve. But then he created what he calls the accountability mirror. Every morning, he stood in front of the mirror and spoke the raw truth. No excuses, no sugarcoating. If he was overweight, he said it. If he was lazy, he admitted it. Why? Because you can't change what you refuse to face. Most people run from their reality. They distract themselves with entertainment, blame others, or avoid the hard facts. But Goggins teaches that honesty is the first step to freedom. So here's the challenge for you. Tonight, stand in front of your own mirror. Write down the truths you've been avoiding, then write down what needs to change. That's where transformation begins. Lesson 2. Callous the mind. If you've ever lifted weights or done manual work, you know that calluses form on your hands. Those calluses protect you, making you tougher over time. Goggins says your mind works the same way. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, every time you face fear or pain, you're building mental calluses. When he trained for Navy SEALs, he ran for miles on broken legs. He pushed through freezing water. He endured pain most people couldn't imagine. It wasn't just about his body. It was about training his mind to handle anything. Here's the truth. Life will hurt you. There's no escaping it. But if you can build mental calluses, those hits won't break you. They'll shape you. Start small. Take a cold shower. Wake up earlier. Do one more rep at the gym. Each time you push past discomfort, you're building armor. And one day, when life hits you hard, you'll realize you can't be broken. Lesson 3. The 40% rule. This might be Goggins' most famous lesson. He says that when your brain tells you you're done, when you're exhausted, when you think you can't take one more step, you're really only at 40% of your capacity. Think about that. When you feel completely finished, when your body and mind scream at you to quit, you still have 60% left. That means most people live their lives at less than half their true potential. The next time you're ready to give up, remember the 40% rule. You are capable of far more than you think. Push past that voice in your head, because on the other side of that pain is where greatness lives. Lesson 4. Taking souls. During Hell Week, the brutal SEAL training designed to break even the strongest men, Goggins developed a mindset he calls taking souls. Instead of focusing on his suffering, he flipped the script. He worked so hard, pushed so far beyond the limit, that he shocked his instructors. He wanted to show them, no matter what you do to me, I won't quit. In fact, I'll rise, and he did. In your life, people will doubt you. They'll underestimate you. Some might even hope you fail. Taking souls means using their doubt as fuel. Work so hard, show so much determination, that you take away their power. When someone says you can't do it, smile, and prove them wrong. Lesson 5. The cookie jar. When life gets overwhelming, motivation disappears. Goggins' solution? The cookie jar. But these aren't cookies you eat. Each cookie represents a victory from your past, a time you overcame a challenge, no matter how small. For Goggins, this meant remembering the times he survived abuse, passed a difficult test, or finished an impossible race. Each memory was a reminder. I've been strong before. I can be strong again. You can build your own cookie jar. Write down the times you succeeded, even in small ways. Keep that list close. And when life gets hard, reach into that cookie jar. Your past victories are proof you can win again. Lesson 6. Embrace suffering. Here's where Goggins is different from almost everyone else. Most people avoid pain. They search for comfort. But Goggins runs straight towards suffering. Why? Because he knows that pain is the greatest teacher. Comfort makes you soft. Struggle makes you strong. When he runs ultramarathons, every mile past exhaustion is a chance to sharpen his mind. Every hardship is an opportunity to grow tougher. You don't have to run 100 miles to embrace suffering. You can do it by facing challenges instead of running from them. Wake up earlier, study harder. Push your limits in small ways every single day. Because suffering is temporary, but the pride of overcoming it lasts forever. Lesson 7. Turn failure into fuel. Goggins failed many times. He failed tests. He failed training. He failed races. But he never saw failure as the end. Instead, he treated failure as information. Every failure told him what to fix, where to improve, and how to come back stronger. Most people fear failure so much they never even try. But Goggins reminds us, failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the path to success. When you fail, don't ask why me, ask, what did I learn? How can I grow? That mindset changes everything. Lesson 8. Write your own story. This is the heart of Can't Hurt Me. Goggins grew up in pain. He had every excuse to give up, but he refused to let his past define him. He decided to write a new story for his life. And that's the challenge for all of us. No matter what you've been through, trauma, poverty, rejection, mistakes, you can choose a new path. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are what you decide to become. How you can apply Goggins' lessons today. Let's break this down into practical steps you can use right now. Face reality. Write down the truths you've been avoiding. Be brutally honest. Do something uncomfortable every day. Build mental calluses by seeking discomfort. Push past 40%. When you feel like quitting, do just a little more. Take souls. When others doubt you, use it as fuel. Create your cookie jar. Write down your victories and revisit them in tough times. Embrace suffering. Stop running from pain. Let it shape you. Reframe failure. See every setback as a step forward. Choose your story. Your past does not decide your future. Final motivational push. Here's the truth. Life will not go easy on you. There will be pain, setbacks, and obstacles. That's guaranteed. But suffering doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're alive. Goggins shows us that toughness is not something you're born with. It's something you build. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every failure is a lesson. Every moment of suffering is a chance to discover how strong you really are. So ask yourself, are you living at 40%? Are you letting comfort steal your potential? Or are you ready to dig deeper, to push past limits, to see what you're truly capable of? The world doesn't need more excuses. The world needs more people who refuse to quit. People who can say, like David Goggins, "Can't hurt me." And that person can be you. This is the essence of David Goggins' book. Not just to inspire you, but to remind you, your mind is stronger than you think. You are tougher than you believe. And the only limits that matter are the ones you accept. So don't accept them. Break through. Build calluses on your mind. Push past 40%. And when life knocks you down, rise up stronger. Because when you choose this path, no pain, no failure, no obstacle can stop you. They can hurt your body, but they can't hurt your spirit. That's the power of Goggins' message. That's what it means to be unstoppable. And now the choice is yours. Will you go back to comfort? Or will you step into discomfort and discover who you really are? Remember, you have one life. Don't waste it living soft. Live hard. Live with purpose. And when the world pushes you, push back harder. Because at the end of the day, nothing can break you unless you let it. Can't hurt me.